there's open cell and closed cell. So what you see above is a closed cell application, and you're going to want to put a closed cell application on any place that you're going to have an open air area like this. The reason is it's going to have a better finish, and I brought some samples so you can kind of see the samples of the closed cell. It can be painted, and that's one of the reasons, so it has a smoother finish. And the open cell is what I think you put on the walls here, correct?
Correct.
So open cell looks a little more pillowy. You still have the same R factor and the same insulation factor. It's just that you have a different finish. Closed cell, you don't need as thick of a product on there as you do as the open cell. And we also have different applications you can put over the closed cell as far as soundproofing and things like that. But the SDS sound displacement of those actually is very high. It's a lot better than fiberglass. If you think of fiberglass, it's a bunch of fibers. Sound is a wave that passes through it. Foam is solid, nothing's going to pass through it. So adding to the efficiency, we typically get about a 50 to 70% reduction in energy bills with the foam versus a fiberglass batting. You've seen in barns, they have the fiberglass white bats that have kind of put it between the purlins and the steel rafters. You're not going to block out as much radiant heat, and that's the biggest thing. Your metal is going to absorb heat, which you can't get away from. Any kind of roof deck is going to absorb heat. Radiant heat passes through that. The foam actually blocks out 95% of that radiant heat that goes in that building. So that's the efficiency part that he's talking about. So when you're cooling your building, a natural form of it is heat rises. It doesn't matter how cold you get your house, it's always going to be warmer on the ceiling. But when your unit is actually in that insulated area, it's running more efficient, therefore you're running your bill is a lot lower. So it's just common sense. So when the efficiency part of it, blocking out air, when you have, like out where Eric is living here, you probably get a lot of wind coming through in the north winds. That wind's going to find its crack and it's going to break in through doors, windows. We seal up all doors and windows around everything, but nothing is 100% airtight. We did, when you burp, you pop your ears. So it's just, the efficiency of it is it's blocking out as much as we can, the radiant heat being blocked out, the sound intonation that goes along with it, and we also soundproof all the walls and interior of Eric's houses now. So that being said, that's the soundproofing between your bedroom and maybe the living room. We put in a sound bat in there to kind of help block any intonation of the sound coming from that living area into the bedroom. Any common wall that's access to the living areas, we put sound bats in for them. So any questions on that stuff? You make my job real easy.
Is the solid more expensive?
It is, and here's why. So it's a thicker product, it's denser. So we look at things we do in board feet. We take one set of foam, which is two 55-gallon drums. We have an A part and a B part. So we actually are manufacturing foam on site. And Isonine's the product that we use. It's 100% made in America. It's a lifetime warranty on it. It does not deteriorate. The discoloration of any foam is not going to hurt its effectiveness in its product. It's just the way it is. It creates a shell on the outside of it, and that just turns color. Nothing changes as far as the R factor and any of that. What he's holding there, that is actually closed cell. So what you're looking at, and then I've got one that actually shows paint on it. And then I've got some other samples of stuff over here for people. So the closed cell is a little bit more expensive because it takes we get 3,600 board feet out of one set of closed cell. We get 16,000 board feet out of open cell. So the cost is the same for the material, it just takes more to actually cover. So that's why when Eric is designing your house and looking at, you have areas that may be open like this, we don't actually have to put closed cell on the walls. You may just want it on the roof deck where it's going to be exposed, maybe in a kitchen, bathrooms. We just did one that had the bedrooms and the bathrooms, I think. So we can do a mixed application between open and closed, even on the same roof deck. You can have open here and then you might have a wall, so we'll just do a closed cell right next door to it. Because you're not going to see it, but the insulation factor will be there. So yes, it does cost a little bit more because of that. We're having to use more material to actually get what needs to be done up there. So, any other questions on that?
All right. Well, I guess you did a good job. Thank you, Clay.
I'll send you my bill.
There you go.